Today was my day to get my drawing done, and of course, as if on cue, it is raining. So here I am in my studio, and I decided this week I'm just gonna draw my studio. I spend a lot of time in here working on all kinds of things: the drawings, editing, animations, the grip tape, projection pieces, freelance work for other folks. This is where a large majority of my work gets done. The Loop Lab. I call this lab too. Every once in a while I like to do a drawing in my studio as a timestamp. It's really important to me to occasionally check in and show gratitude and be very grateful for the place that I have to work in. If you don't have that space dedicated for creative activities, you could still be working elsewhere. At home, living room, watching TV, in public, at the park. But when you have an actual space to house your equipment, keep it set up. There's no disconnect. There's no setup time. There's no tear down time. I did a drawing of my previous studio that I had during the pandemic at home. I'm doing this as a check-in follow-up piece a couple years later to basically reflect that. This studio is basically a media lab. I have it geared up for animation, music, all types of video stuff. Constantly changing and rearranging. I think that's a huge part of it. But not having to set up your equipment every time you want to make something is key. I have 2 projectors up in the ceiling. They basically light up a whole corner of the space. I watch TV and movies in here, but mostly I use it for animation and loops, i.e. the Loop Lab, i.e. Lab 2. OJ, Juice Loops Live. Welcome to the Loop Lab. Ever growing, ever changing. I have 2 desks in here. Both of them are standing desks. They both are on wheels. I move them around and rearrange them constantly. I call one the electric desk because anything that's electronic goes on it: computer, microphones, cameras, etc. The other desk is my traditional desk. Drawing, painting. I make all the grip tape videos on them. This is where at least some portion of all the work you see from me comes from. Even if I do the drawings out in the field, organizing and finishing details put on them here. My goal is to always have a studio, no matter where I'm at, no matter where I'm living. A space and a place to make, create, and explore. You see the painting behind me here. This is Glimpse. It's actually in the drawing here. I have turntables set up. I have certain objects that are covered with all kinds of stickers, and the mini fridge here on the right hand side is one of them. Got my pour over coffee set up. Shout out Sam, get me set up with that. Coffee bags around both of these desks. I have this piece up right now. I'm refining it. I'm doing a performance in California with it in the next couple of weeks. Fine tuning it, tightening it up a bit, adding a few small details. It's exciting for me to look at these drawings in the future. Any of these studio drawings, it's like you spend so much time in there that you basically look at this drawing and it'll take you immediately back, the same way the one from a couple years ago did, Lab 1. I look at that one now and I remember a lot of the major projects that I did in there. I remember exactly where everything was positioned. It was much less flexible than this one. This one is ever changing, ever growing, always expanding. It's not massive though, so it's really important to keep all of your instruments in check and not be just accumulating a bunch of junk to fill extra space. When you have empty space, open space, it welcomes new ideas, new projects in. This one's much more of a personal drawing. They're all personal drawings, but most of which are outside. This one is inside my space, inside my heart. Thanks for visiting the Loop Lab. 51 deep. Next week we'll be drawing 52. That's a clean year of Thursday drawing videos. Haven't missed a week. Thanks to everybody that's reached out about buying a drawing or interest in prints or just interest in general. In the meantime, send a video to one of your friends. I'm excited to show you these in real life. They look so much better than they do on a small screen. You can really see the sizes and the texture and the colors. Seeing them all together is quite powerful. This is a postcard to myself in the future from the studio. Who knows what my future studio will look like? Probably be 2, 3, 5, 10 times as big as this. Maybe I'll have multiple studios in multiple cities. We going worldwide, baby. I'm OJ, Juice Loops Live. Thank you for watching. Catch me next week. Bye. Ah, yes, a glimpse of things to come.